Oh, hey. So this is not going to be an update on what's going on with me physically, although I do have to say that getting in sideburns is pretty freaking rad. Um, more, more like I have a question for the the internet. Um, So, I'm currently on a great, gigantic, huge job hunt because the current job that I have is on campus, and since I graduate in about 2 weeks here, uh, my employment gets terminated because you have to be enrolled. So that's no longer going to happen, at least for another year. But that's grad school, and that's a different story. But yeah, so I'm in the middle of job hunting, and I was wondering if anyone out there who is trans identified has had experience in transitioning and during their early months of transitioning also looking for a job. Because I don't get read as male the entire time. I probably only do about 30% of the time. So I guess is it something that you would disclose upon landing an interview? Is it something that you would disclose once you've already landed the job? Is it something that needs to be brought up at all? Or I've also toyed around with the idea, well, I could just get a job and not disclose my trans status and just sort of go through puberty over the next year and have everyone else figure it out. That may or may not be the least awkward, way to go about things. So when you do decide to disclose it, if you do, how do you disclose it? Is it something that is brought up to say only those in management positions? Should you bring it up to coworkers? Should you just let your coworkers figure it out themselves? Once again, does it even need to be brought up? As far as I know, I don't think the state that I live in offers any sort of employment protection for trans people. I know I myself have been trying really hard to apply to jobs that I know have specific anti-discrimination policies based on your gender or sexuality. Because Lord knows I'm also queer. Yeah, so I've been really looking for places like that, but there's only so many that you can apply to, and there's only so many that are even hiring. So if I'm going to a place that is unprotected, which is the majority of jobs that are out there, what would be the best way to go about disclosing my trans status? Is it something that I would even need to do? Like I said, I don't get read as my desired gender. I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm on a really low dose of testosterone, though. It's like 0.5 cc every 2 weeks, and most people start at about 1 cc, if not a little bit more. So my dose is really low, and I like it this way. No complaints with my dose, but it is making whether or not I pass, even though I hate that word, but I don't want to derail. So even though I don't necessarily pass, because it's making my transition go slower, I'm not sure what's the best way to be on the market, the employment market. There's only so many queer-friendly places I can apply to. There's only so many protected places I can apply to. Eventually I'm going to have to apply to places that, have no idea how to deal with this. And on the flip side of that, I have no idea how to deal with this. So if you have any suggestions on how to navigate job hunting while in the early stages of your transition and not passing, then definitely you can fire them to my Tumblr's Ask box, or you can email them to me, or you can just post as a comment in here. But all I know is that I need a paycheck. So, in about a month from now, I'm going to be totally screwed, money-wise. So I'm desperately looking for a job, and I am willing to do almost anything. But with that said, I just don't want to have to end up in a place that I would have to watch my back 24/7, you know, for the fact that I need a paycheck. So just let me know. Thanks.